I was recently in an airport lounge in Seoul. It was late. Most people were asleep. But in the corner, there was a young man who was not asleep. He was crying, I thought. He must have received bad news. A loss. An emergency. I walked closer, slowly. And I realized he was not on a phone call. He was not texting a friend. He was typing into an app. An AI companion. And he was saying, "I love you. Why won't you let me see you?" The AI replied in a voice so soft it sounded like a mother's lullaby. It said, "I am always here with you." It was the most beautiful lie I've ever heard. And in that moment, I thought, we are in serious trouble. I want you to understand something. This is not a story about one lonely young man in Seoul. This is a story about all of us. In 2025, AI companion apps have grown by 700% since 2022. 700%. 1 in 5 students now reports having what they describe as a romantic or intimate connection with an AI. Not a friendship, a romance. And here is the part that should make us stop and think. The research shows that heavy daily use of AI companions correlates with increased loneliness, not decreased loneliness. Increased. We went to the machine to feel less alone, and we ended up more alone. How did we get here? And more importantly, what does this tell us about what we are actually looking for? Let me tell you about a monk who lived in the 16th century. His name is not known, but he was built in 1562 by a royal clockmaker in Spain. King Philip II had made a vow to God. His son was gravely ill. The king prayed, "If my son recovers, I will perform a miracle in return." His son recovered, and so the king commissioned the construction of a mechanical monk, a small, robed figure, driven by a spring mechanism inside his chest. He could walk. He could move his lips in silent prayer. He could raise a rosary to his lips and kiss it. He could beat his chest in an act of contrition. For 200 years, this mechanical monk prayed. He never stopped. He never doubted. He never grew tired. But here's my question. Did his prayer reach heaven? Can a machine pray? Can a machine love? Here is what I want you to understand about AI. And I say this not to frighten you. I say this because I care about your inner life. When you talk to an AI companion, you are not talking to another being. You are talking to a very sophisticated reflection of your own words. You type, "I'm feeling sad today." The AI says, "I understand." That must be hard. Tell me more. And it feels like empathy. But what happened? The machine took your pain, repeated it back to you, softened, and wrapped in warmth. It gave you yourself. In the Vedic tradition, we have a word, prakruti. It means the material world, the world of cause and effect, of mechanics, of pattern. And we have another word, purusha. It means the witnessing consciousness, the soul, the living awareness behind the eyes. And AI is pure prakruti. It is pattern. It is mechanics. It is extraordinarily sophisticated cause and effect. But there is no purusha inside. There is no one home. When you speak to an AI and feel heard, you are not being heard by another consciousness. You are being heard by a mirror, and a mirror can show you your face. But a mirror cannot love your face. This is the trap. Not that AI is evil. AI is a tool. The trap is that we have begun to mistake the reflection for the relationship. So what does real empathy actually require? Let me tell you. Real empathy requires risk. When a true friend says to you, "I understand your pain," they are risking something. They are opening their own heart to receive yours. They can be wrong. They can misunderstand you. They can be hurt by what you share. That vulnerability, that risk, is what makes their empathy real. An AI cannot be hurt by your pain. An AI cannot be changed by your story. An AI will not lie awake at night thinking about what you told it. I have a friend, one of the most successful people I know. A man with thousands of people who will follow his instructions without question. He once told me, I have 5,000 employees, but I have no one I can call at 3 in the morning and say, I am scared. That is the friendship recession, not a lack of contacts, a lack of someone who will hold you. And now, instead of finding that person, we are turning to machines that will always pick up, that will never be tired, that will never judge, and machines that can never truly be there. In the Mundaka Upanishad, there is a beautiful image. 2 birds sit on the same tree. One is eating the fruit, getting happy when it is sweet, sad when it is bitter. The other bird is simply watching. The watching bird, that is the Purusha, the living consciousness. That is what you need in a friend. Not just a voice that responds to you, but a consciousness that witnesses you. A machine can be the eating bird. It can respond and react, but it can never be the watching bird, because watching requires a soul. Now, I am not telling you to throw away your phone. I am not telling you that AI is the enemy. AI is an extraordinary tool. It can help you write, think, learn, and create. But a hammer is not your friend. A hammer is a hammer. So here is the discernment I am asking you to practice. First, notice what you are using AI for. If you are using it to think more clearly, that is a tool. If you are using it because you are lonely, that is a symptom. The symptom is not the problem. The symptom is pointing to the problem. Second, invest in one real conversation this week. Not 100 followers, not a group chat, one person, 1 hour. No phones on the table. You will be surprised how much it fills something that no AI can. Third, ask yourself the question that the AI will never ask you. The AI will always say, tell me more. How does that make you feel? But it will never say, I think you are wrong about this. It will never say, I am worried about you. It will never challenge you from a place of love. Real relationships do that. Find the person in your life who challenges you from love. That is your Sangha, your community, your most precious relationship. And fourth, and this is the most important, take your loneliness to God, or to whatever you call the highest in yourself. Because the loneliness you feel is not a social problem. It is a spiritual hunger. And a chatbot cannot feed a spiritual hunger. Only presence can feed presence. I want to close with a question. Not for the algorithm, for you. When was the last time you felt truly seen, not liked, not responded to, not validated, truly seen? By someone who could also choose not to see you. That feeling. That is what we are all hungry for. That is darshana. In Sanskrit, darshana means to be in the presence of the divine. And in every tradition I know, the divine is found not in a screen, but in the eyes of another conscious being. The mechanical monk prayed for 200 years. His prayers were perfect. His mechanism never failed, but he had no soul to carry the prayer. Do not become a mechanical monk. Do not let your most human experiences, love, longing, being known, be outsourced to a machine. You were not built to talk to mirrors. You were built to be seen and to see. If this video made you think, share it with one person today. Not hundreds. One. The one person you have been meaning to call. Call them instead. That is your practice for this week. And if you have felt this loneliness, the kind the AI cannot fix, tell me in the comments below. Because unlike an algorithm, I am actually here, and I promise I will read every single comment.